In case you haven't noticed, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's a relatively popular video game on the Nintendo S-Switch or whatever it's called, and the main reason for that's obviously due to the variety of fighters from so many different franchises, but no matter who Nintendo announces as the newest character, there always seem to be angry riots over certain characters not making the cut. But what seems to rile people up even more than that is when one of their favorite characters gets put into the game as an assist trophy, because in their mind, this spot in the game is apparently a permanent one that means all hope's lost. But if you actually pay attention to how Smash Bros. Operates, there really don't seem to be any rules as to which fighters can be added to the series, just as long as they originate from video games. And since assist trophies have in fact been promoted to having main spots on the roster, then there's certainly no reason for you to lose hope should one of your favorites be on the bench as a mere assist trophy for the time being. However, that does beg the question of which assist trophy should be the first in line when it comes to promotions for the main roster, and since I'm such a swell guy and totally not a con artist in any way, I figured I might as well lend a helping hand and decide which 11 characters Nintendo should give the promotion to on behalf of the entire Smash Bros. Community, since they all usually seem to agree on everything completely without any disputes whatsoever. So lay back in your proctologist's least comfortable chair, press the subscribe button if you haven't already, and allow me, the Samoan bulldozer Cameron all one word, to tell you which 11 assist trophies from Smash Bros. Need promotions the most. Number 11. Bomberman. Alright, so I know that you might think the Bomberman's moveset had kinda sucks since all he seems to do is pull bombs out of his ass and throw them at people, but I don't care what anybody says. If they can make Piranha Plant work, then I have no doubts that Bomberman would have some potential. And as far as popularity goes, he might not be a megastar in the video game industry or anything like that, but he's still a pretty notable mascot for Konami, and he was famous enough to be put into the game in the first place, so there's definitely people out there who'd be happy to see him get the bump, including my festively plump rump. Number 10. Zero. Alright, so obviously if one character from the Mega Man franchise is going to be included in Smash Bros, then it should have obviously been Dr. Light from Mega Man 8 in particular.
You must recover all the energy immediately, Mega Man.
However, since Nintendo decided on putting friggin' Mega Man in the game for some reason, without Dr. Light even being an assist trophy, then I guess we're gonna have to have Zero be the second character from that franchise to be included. And you know what, that honestly wouldn't be all that bad, because while his voice might not be as awesome as Dr. Light's was, he's still pretty badass in his own right, and he's got a wide variety of special weapons and abilities that take a team of dingbats to not be able to come up with a cool moveset. Number 9. Isaac. Much like the Mother series, Nintendo seems like they're just about finished with the Golden Sun franchise, but if you ask me, I think that's an even sillier mistake than that time I showed up to the wrong building for my job as a taste tester, because in today's day and age, RPGs are more popular than ever before, so not only would a new Golden Sun be welcomed with open arms and give Nintendo consoles a little bit more variety, but giving Isaac that promotion he's worked so hard for all these years would be the perfect way to create buzz for a new game even more, and honestly, I'd really just like to see a Golden Sun stage in Smash more than anything else, and a few extra music tracks would be pretty cool too. Number 8. Knuckles. Yeah, I know the game's already got Sonic, but I'd imagine that Sega's more than willing to give Nintendo some wiggle room when it comes to including their IPs, so why not take advantage of this and let us play as one more character from one of the more popular franchises represented in Smash? Especially when that character's already a friggin' assist trophy. I mean, personally, I'd pick Tails over Knuckles, but since Knuckles is already an assist trophy, I think he'd be a pretty solid choice as well, and he'd also have a lot of potential for a cool moveset, which is why I'd prefer Knuckles over Shadow. It'd probably just be pretty similar to Sonic. And hell, if Knuckles got the promotion, then they could even call the next game Super Smash Bros. And Knuckles. I don't know, I think it'd be funny anyway. Number 7. Skull Kid. Not only are there assloads of angry mobs demanding that Skull Kid be added to Smash, but for a franchise as popular as Zelda, it's kinda weird that there aren't more characters from it being represented on the roster, considering how many Pokemon and Fire Emblem characters made the cut. And even beyond Skull Kid's popularity, uniqueness, and stage potential, he'd definitely be a great way to give the Zelda franchise some more variety in how it's represented in Smash than if there were to just be extra versions of Link, Zelda, or Ganon. But speaking of Majora's Mask characters, Number 6. Tingle. This one may or may not raise a little bit of hell in the comments, but I think that since there's only so many characters in the Zelda franchise, it kinda makes sense to toss a wildcard into the mix, kinda like how Super Mario did with Piranha Plant. To be honest, I've got no idea what kind of a friggin' moveset you could even give Tingle, but I still think it'd be the ultimate insult to your opponent to whoop their ass with this guy. And you know what, if nothing else, promoting Tingle to the main roster would be worth it for his victory pose alone. Number 5. Jeff. Alright, look, I know that most people don't give a horse's ass about the Earthbound/Mother franchise, even if they say they do, but I still think Jeff's got plenty of potential as a playable character. I mean, sure, Lucas does complement Ness rather nicely, but they're ultimately similar types of fighters, and honestly, I think it'd be pretty cool to see another fighter from the Mother franchise who didn't use telekinetic abilities. I mean, with all Jeff's gadgets and what have you, I think there'd be some potential for some pretty cool attacks, and not only that, but you could also get two birds stoned at once by having Lloyd from Mother 1 be his Echo Fighter. And when we're talking about the Smash roster, I've always thought the more the merrier. Number 4. Shovel Knight. While I still think it's awesome that Shovel Knight's an assist trophy and that some people can be ungrateful little bitches about the fact that he is one, there is a part of me deep down that feels like Nintendo thinks that Shovel Knight's not cool enough to hang out with their main roster club. Given how recent the character is and how small the developer Yacht Club Games is, maybe he really isn't popular enough just yet, but you know what? I don't give a monkey's nutsack. I still think he deserves a promotion, because even though his game's on just about every platform imaginable, he's ultimately a tribute to classic Nintendo games. Number 3.
Dr. Wily.
More than anything, I think that the Smash roster is severely lacking in the villain department, especially when it comes to the third-party villains, and if you don't believe me, then just remember how few third-party villains are even in the game as assist trophies. And look, I totally get that there's only so many spots on the roster for third-party characters in general, and that if you're gonna include any, then it makes more sense to just put the heroes into the game, but out of all the bad guys in video gaming as a whole, I actually think Dr. Wily'd be one of the better choices even outside of the assist trophies. I mean, think about it, there's been over a dozen renditions of Wily and all of his crazy vehicles that it shouldn't be too hard to come up with a moveset, and the fact that he'd be in a machine would make him stand out from most of the other characters as well. So hopefully old Dr. Willy gets the call up before most of the other assist trophies, if any of them get promoted at all. Number 2. Waluigi. Alright, after years of Waluigi fans bullying Sakurai on Twitter, rioting in the streets, and even forming a cult, I think it's about time Nintendo stops trolling the diehard fans of Wario's favorite tennis partner once and for all. I mean, sometimes giving into fan demand based on the popularity of a meme's a bad idea, like when people who don't even play video games were begging for Bowsette to be made into an official Mario character just so they could feel powerful for making Nintendo obey them. But seeing as how Waluigi's not only already a character, but also an assist trophy as well, then there'd be absolutely no harm to him joining the Smash roster permanently whatsoever. So honestly, I really can't think of one good reason why Nintendo shouldn't just do it. I mean, it earned the company some goodwill, the moveset'd be pretty cool, we might get a cool stage, and the memes that inevitably follow would probably be as funny as the memes making fun of how Waluigi's never gonna be added to the game permanently, so really, it's a win-win any way you look at it. Number 1. Nintendogs.
Oh, good?
That's right, I'm dead friggin' serious with this one, because not only is the Nintendogs series sold like 8 billion copies on the DS and 3DS, but also because just about every human being alive loves dogs, so why on earth would Nintendo not want to add one more to the roster? Like, yeah, I know we've already got Duck Hunt, and some might say that one dog's enough for the roster, but Duck Hunt's a different kind of dog than, well, real ones. Besides, if we could have over 70 bipedal fighters, then what's one more quadruped? In fact, while we're at it, what's 8 more? I mean, there could easily be 8 alternates based on all the different dog breeds from the Nintendogs franchise that only give dog lovers that many more options to choose from. And besides, just think about how fun, and dare I say cute, the stage would be. But if you're still not sold, then I'd like to think that we could at least agree on the fact that Nintendogs would be cooler than Wii Fit Trainer. But anyway, what do you think? Is the entire Smash Bros community gonna be completely satisfied with my list, or do you think that for the first time ever there might just be a disagreement? Either way, let me know what you think in the comments below, and as always, I'll try my goddamnedest to respond to everybody at some point. Let me tell you, if there's 2 people who definitely deserve to be more than assist trophies, then it would definitely be today's patrons of the day, Noah Linger and Keith McClure. If you want to be badasses like these 2, then consider supporting FU Game Crew on Patreon for loot boxes and silly rewards in the mail. Send pictures or videos of you rocking merch if you want to make cameos in my videos, and follow me on Twitch if you ever want to hang out whenever I play video games sometimes. My name's Cameron, all one word, and I'll see you next time.
So I want to say thank you to your loyalty, thank you for your support.